My name is Josselyn, and I am a youth ambassador for the Wild Beauty Foundation. Recently, Congressman Cohen of the 9th District of Tennessee, whom I had the honor of appearing alongside in the award-winning documentary, Wild Beauty, Mustang Spirit of the West, recorded my speech in Congressional Record by reading it on the floor on my behalf. Today, I read that speech to you. We need the tonic of wildness. This powerful sentiment, articulated by Henry David Thoreau in his reflective piece Walden, was embodied when millions of children sent letters to Congress, more letters than any non-war related issue had generated in American history, begging for the protection of one of our nation's most treasured species, the wild horse. Harnessing the power of our democratic republic, these voices inspired the unanimous passage of the 1971 Wild Free-Roaming Horses and Burros Act. The act reserved roughly 47 million acres for the unbridled existence of wild horses and burros, and promised the dwindling number of Mustangs, then at extinction level, protection from capture, branding, harassment, and death. Over 50 years since the passage of that vital legislation, half of designated herd management areas have been eliminated, and the protections promised by the act continue to be grossly and sometimes violently violated. In a system that misleads and misinforms Congress, the media, and the American people. Each year, Congress allocates over $100 million taxpayer dollars to the Bureau of Land Management to support the Wild Horse and Burro program, a system that endangers, kills, incarcerates, and separates close-knit equine families through the use of traumatic helicopter-induced stampedes and dismal holding facilities. A system overseen by land managers who claim to restore the land while destroying it, a system that has sent thousands of wild horses, the icons of freedom and grit that define our great nation, to the slaughter pipeline. Why? To support millions of livestock who produce less than 2% of American beef, much of which is shipped overseas to Asia, among other countries. Livestock who, by the Bureau of Land Management's own statistics, graze nearly 6 times more public land than wild horses, vastly outnumbering them on their own designated territories. Not only does public grazing of cattle and sheep degrade biodiversity, it also subsidizes billion-dollar cattle corporations at the expense of hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars, a stark contrast to small ranchers who are forced to pay rising grazing fees. As human beings, we wield unprecedented power to disrupt the thriving natural ecological balance of our planet, and therefore unprecedented responsibility to sustain it. As the National Academy of Sciences, along with a multitude of independent scientists and researchers have attested, our land's ecological harmony is, in its current state, fundamentally broken. As law scholars have passionately voiced, our legal compliance with the Wild Free-Roaming Horses and Burros Act is fundamentally broken. As Indigenous representatives have testified, our relationship with the land is fundamentally broken. You, members of Congress, wield the power to defend this untamed wildness that is the history and heart of America. Each of you, members of Congress, are in a unique position to rectify this dysfunctional system before it compromises the ecological harmony of our land and our economy, compromising and eradicating the natural wonders and gifts we are collectively responsible for, to pass down to future generations untarnished and undestroyed. Therefore, I'm not asking for a radical partisan rewrite. I'm asking for a conversation. It is up to you to reevaluate the priorities of our nation before it's too late. As a 16-year-old constituent, it is of imperative importance to me that the planet of my future is managed sustainably, and that carelessness and greed do not forever eliminate the tonic of wildness that makes our Earth a home. Thank you. My name is Josselyn, and I stand with wild horses.